You know, I've been wanting to do something here, like an item frame and an empty map. Yeah. Alright. So, we got this big map, right? I took a piece out of it because we're going to do something involving that today, but I'd like to have this kind of like a little map just for right around here so we can see our base progress. Our main base is kind of at the edge of it, but rather than having the big map, like the one that we have up here, was all zoomed out, we have this one. And it'd be nice to kind of piece that together and see like our little kelp farm and our sheep farm. I think that really turned out well. It kind of looks like a processor. Today, I want to go out exploring, and I want to find some fishies and a whole bunch of stuff that we missed last time we went exploring. I got the silk touch on my axe, so hopefully that works this time. And we're gonna do something pretty fun with TNT. And I really briefly, just for like a minute, just want to go and touch up on that wood log texture that we did last time. Yeah, so these fish right there, that's a cod. For some reason I kept calling them a trout, but that's a cod. That they look like that, right? But these fish here, they're tropical fish. And I learned something about them. They're kind of like Pokemon where they got shinies. Maybe we can see some right away. So tropical fish are semi-randomly generated. They mostly come in 24 base variants, right? So this one here is a bucket of a tropical fish, right? And it's a base variant. It's one of the 24 base variants. This one is a goat fish. You can see that. But if I go and get... Maybe if I can find one. I think there is one in here. There's gotta be. But then sometimes instead of it being gray and yellow, it's like pink and green. And that's just completely random, whether or not that happens. And naturally, there's 2,700 variants of those fish. Yeah, that's a lot of fish. And I probably don't want them all floating around in my world. But I'd like to get as many as I possibly can. Here's another one. These ones look like Barney the dinosaur. And they are called a dotty back. Cool. Woohoo! Haha! Hee hee! Look at them. They're coming to take me away. Snooper, pink. There we go. This is a rare variant. It doesn't have a name like the other ones. It's a pink snooper. The snooper is the shape and the pattern, I think. Maybe just the shape or just the pattern. But it's pink. That's a tomato clownfish. The regular clownfish look closer to what is in the bucket. We gotta find those too. We got the red ones. Pretty neat. Wow. You are yellow. I actually think I've seen these. These are what? Tarts? Tang. Tarts? Yellow tang. It's a yellow tang. Oh, yellow tart. Ow. I'm dying. Okay. Let's try this again. I need this one. Oh, it worked. Tube coral fan. Horn coral fan. I think that's the one I need. I bought some more. Purple one. What's this one? Bubble coral fan. I don't think it matters, but I think it's just the difference in the colors. Ow. Ow. The fans are small ones. Oh no, wait. The bubble and the fire coral are different. I'm looking for horn coral fan. I think. I hope. I'm gonna get more of those. Just in case it matters. How am I gonna do this? No creepers can blow me up? Okay. Hopefully this works. I hope there's bees inside. I don't know how you tell. There's no honey. Maybe all the bees died. Oh! I think I heard something. I got silk touch. Try it. Ow! Total bee location. With 3 bees inside. Okay, there is bees inside that. That hive. Nice. Meow, boink. That's a little bit better. build it out a teeny bit more. Not a lot, we just wanted to go grab some stuff from places that we already seen before. So, I didn't really expect too much of that map to fill up anyways. Alright. So, we got one hopper facing that way, right? We have another hopper facing into it. So they're facing into each other. I could throw one piece of cobblestone into here. Wow. On, off, on, off, on, off. Cool. Right? And I can do something that's really annoying is I can take this piston. And can do that. So we can come over here and make pretty much the same thing. It's just instead of one piston going into this block and powering both. The reason why the piston isn't extending is because there's a whole bunch of blocks in front of it. So only is so strong and push so many blocks, right? But the end of the strength for the pistons is this 4x3 of cobblestone. And where this red wool is where the TNT is going to drop. Kind of gave it away. We're going to make a TNT generator where it's like a spawner. It's kind of cheaty, but it's cobblestone. If I was making a TNT generator for something really important, that would kind of be crossing the line. But I have so much cobblestone, I'm only making this because I haven't done something with redstone in a long time. We've been doing a lot of building, right? And aesthetic stuff, I think. I just wanted a break from that, do something technical. So there's going to be that on both sides. Kind of just is a hole right now. But after we do that, we're going to have this little pad of cobblestone. So infinitely generate. So I can kind of half demonstrate it by breaking one of these. Ta-da! So this item hopper is cool and everything for one piece of cobblestone. You see it's on, right, on, off, on, off. There. Took me a second. But if we put two in here, well, just on all the time because the other one can't move out of the hopper fast enough. Right, so it can only do one item, and it's just flickering between on and off. So that's a problem. Another problem is that these are two exposed hoppers that are constantly scanning for items. But if we put compost bins, we don't have that anymore. It turns off that function. And I need to get into the habit of that because every little hopper is going to eventually lag out my game if I don't. It's a good habit to get into. And I'll do it for these ones too. That's when I explain this. This is Etho, my beloved, has invented a long time ago the Etho hopper clock. Right, and it is very descriptive. Etho's invention uses hoppers to make a clock. So, item hoppers. Every second they transfer 2.5 items. So if you want to have a clock that is 10 seconds long, you can time it if you want to. But this piston will flip back and forth every 10 seconds because we took 10 and we multiplied it by 2.5. So the way that this works is pretty simple. We have the two hoppers and we put the items into one hopper, right? And the item that we put into here kind of locks one of the hoppers. And once this gets empty, it's not going to put out a charge anymore, which is going to retract that piston. You can see it blink right there. We'll have to wait like 6 seconds to see this blink. Right? Ta-da. So it just turns off for that little bit of time. And in that little bit of time, this piston's still on because the items are moving out of this one. It turned it off, right? And into the other one. And just bounces items back and forth between the two of them. And the comparators are reading that and just powering the pistons. So whenever one of these hoppers hits 0, it loses the strength, and then it loses the battle between the two pistons, basically. Right? Because it goes uncharged, and it pulls the redstone to that. So you get a 10-second clock back and forth. Pretty neat, right? Alright. So, this is the TNT generator. We mess this up, it'll probably look really cool. but it's also going to kind of stink. This is going to blow everything up. But we get 4 tries with this, right? So we get this sticky piston, right? And that's going to pull it back and forth. When it pushes it, it's going to push it into the redstone signal and the horn coral fan, basically. And when it does that, it's going to keep the block in the world, but then it's also going to think that it activated at the same time. It's kind of weird to explain. But first thing we need to do is we need to have that sticky piston, right? And we need to have these 2 kind of elbow shapes with the slime blocks, right? So this is gonna push back and forth. What's gonna activate it is going to be a detector rail. That's a bucket, not a cart. And a minecart. So the minecart's on the detector rail, and it's powering it. You can kind of see that it's a little reddish there. And to keep it there, we're gonna put this cobblestone wall. Right, so this cobblestone wall has a little bit of extra space rather than this block here, right? The 1.5 blocks tall, so it should keep the minecart in the right spot. That's going to power it. The detector rail is going to go through the slime, power the TNT. We're going to put the TNT there for now. We're going to get rid of all that. Ooh, I made that jump, nice. So that it doesn't accidentally blow up our stuff. And last thing that we really need to place is this horn coral fan block. I don't know why specifically this horn coral fan block works, but it does. Pretty neat. That's it. Oh man, I'm a little bit nervous, to be completely honest with you. I don't know if I showed that, but that's just a water stream down there. That's where it's gonna blow up that 4x3, right? Or 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Gonna blow this up. Oh sure. Oh, it did it for me. Nice to see that's working. So, gonna blow this up. And it's gonna go down here. Very simple water stream. It's gonna go into this hopper. So to power it, we're gonna take this redstone dust, and when the clock is up, gonna push it. Right? It's gonna pull it. And it'll trigger. We're gonna have this sticky piston. A block above it. And the other side of the sticky piston, we're gonna have this redstone repeater. And then just 2 more dust. So it's not triggered now because just like the villager farm for the piston tape, triggering the piston tape, when this piston's powered, it's extending this block so the current can't go through the block. Right. But if we start this thing, I'm going to start it off. I think 7's the magic number, but I'm going to do 10 just to make it a little bit slower. Right. So this is going to pull back and forth. Right. And then once this pulls, it'll flicker. It'll flicker. What's going on here? Oh. So it'll flicker. Right, and it pulled it, and then it duplicated TNT, and boom. And then the cobblestone drops down to the bottom. So push it forward. The cobblestone generator's doing their thing. Then once it pulls it back, it pulls it into the coral block and blows it up. Pretty neat. That really hurt. But it just kind of does that over and over again. Right? One more time. He pulls it back. Interesting. So the good news is that I got it right first time. Bad news is that I accidentally built it 1 block closer than I was suspecting. Oh wait. Something's not right here. Oh, and I built it 1 block too low, and now it blew up. So I didn't get it right the first time. Oh man. Alright, moment of truth. Hopefully this actually works. All we have left to do is to place this repeater right here. Right. So it should push it. I don't want to be right here. Ah! No! 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 And then once it pulls it, there we go. I'm gonna miss it. Oh no! It landed on the ledge. Oh, that's terrible. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. Okay. I moved it up and over one. This should work. Ow. I'm gonna miss it again. Let's see it. Right here. Right here. Alright. That's still too close. Kind of feels like it's a hair too close. It also feels like it's not exploding on the right spot anymore. Yeah, it's a little on the far side. Dang. Ah. Yeah, I got right on the edge there. I put that in my book. This is my random book where I just keep on me, and I put little notes, and then later I take those notes and I put them in other books so I can just ignore them, I guess. So what we're going to be ignoring today is this, right? I need to move the cobble gens one way away from this tunnel. Let's stuff that in my book. Forget about it. So, we're already doing a whole bunch of redstone. Might as well do a bunch of math while we're here. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Right? That's half a cycle. So it would be 8 seconds per cycle. Right? Between the two hoppers. So it took 8 seconds between igniting that TNT to pushing it away, and then another 8 seconds to ignite that TNT. Right? For a total of 16 seconds. Cool. Right? So we can take that and we can divide 60 seconds by 16 seconds, and we get it's like 3.75 booms every minute. And each boom gets us about, I don't know, 9, closer to 10 if it was, you know, we moved the cobble generator, or the 4 of them, a block away, so it'd blow up all 4 blocks of cobble. But right now it's closer to like 8 or 9, so we're getting about half a stack of cobble per minute. So, it's, you know, not great, but it's cobblestone, and we just have it running in the background. That's pretty sweet. It's just free cobblestone. Unfortunately for me, I have so much cobblestone it's not even funny, so I don't know why I made this. Hopefully this turns it off. No, that extended it. Hopefully this turns it off. Huzzah! It works. So what I did was just ran a good old-fashioned tower of torches right up here, and I pulled the blocks, so that's intercepting the output from the hopper, right? He's yoinking it, and I gotta pull both of them, or else the cobblestone will move into the other one, and it'll just, for some reason, keep flickering. Yeah, but it just yoinks it, pulls it back, right? We can pull this lever, and technically I think it'll kickstart it. Like it'll jump a cycle, so if we also turn off those things, the cobble generators, it might accidentally drop TNT below that, but there's a whole bunch of water, so it wouldn't blow anything up. Yeah. I guess sometimes it kickstarts it. Depends on which one you stop on, I suppose. I think if I were to stop on this one, yeah. Then if we turn this on and off again, see it just jumped forward a cycle. Ah, whatever. And we'll figure it out. I just like watching it blow up. Okay. Ooh, man, pixels. We're back at pixel thing again. We're doing pixels. This is cool. This is all this is. I'm losing my brain. And my mind is going with it. It's like I overthought it. Right? I thought it was just this big thing that I had to have like a degree for. But that's not the case, apparently. I figured it out. This turquoise is very different from this brown, right? If I select this pixel, this one pixel, the very first pixel of this entire canvas, it selects, or with the magic wand tool, it selects all the kind of brownish colors, right? That are very similar to it, up to a set tolerance. And if I increase this tolerance, eventually, it'll include this turquoise as well. So higher the tolerance of the magic wand tool, the more differences in the colors of the pixels that it will select, right? I can keep going down and go down all the way to 1, right? And this is selecting only one color. This one single color in this entire palette. Let me show you something. I'm going to use the Eyedropper Tool. And this lets me pick up and place down that color. But I'm going to increase the brightness by 1. You barely even tell a difference between the two, right? If I select this, it doesn't select it. Just because that 1 point in the value difference, it doesn't select it, right? So all these colors that I selected here are the exact same color. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 different colors in this texture, right? Let's go to mine real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What do I think I'm doing? What do I need all these colors for? Right? And you know what the fix for this is? Just as easy as color correcting was. I tried a whole bunch of things, as you can see here. I tried to motion blur, and I tried to select the pixels and do it myself. This one didn't end up that bad. I kind of like this texture. I'm kind of torn between this one and this one. This one might be too different. This is like 7 colors. But then there's this one, right? All I did to get this one, or this one here, I took the color corrected one, and I pasted it, and I went to save it. And instead of saving it, auto detect, I went down from 32, 24, to 8-bit, and then we get to 4-bit, and it really starts to shave off the differences, and then you get to 2-bit, and it's 4 colors. There's 4 different colors there. That's all that is. Just 4 different colors. It's that simple. I just gotta save in 2-bit. So this is the texture that has multiple, about 7 different colors or unique colors to it. It has a little bit more than default Minecraft, right? But that's looking a lot more like a texture than what I had before. And this here is the texture when it's saved as 2-bit. It's the exact same texture, it was just stored in a way, or saved in a way that stored less information. So less colors and less differences in the colors meant that they could reuse the information in the texture more and more. And it doesn't actually save that much space because it's a 16 by 16 texture. It's saving like a 32nd of a megabit, megabit or whatever, right? So this is using 4 textures, and it's really, it's weird because I do want to emulate the texture, the original Minecraft texture, but I also do want to have enough of a difference that it's not just like a discount version of the default texture pack or resource pack, right? So I think I'm gonna go with that 7 different colors one, just because I think that's just barely different enough that it works and it has its own charm to it, while also still retaining that kind of original pixely Minecraft feel. I hope that makes sense. Which is kind of unfortunate because the way that I did it was as I took this original texture, went to a tolerance of 20, right? And I saved this color. What I did, I went here. And then I went to the next layer. I clicked on that. And then I went here. And then I saved that color. And I did that for each and every single pixel. Alrighty. Oh, wait, that blew up my logs. Even the TNT thingy I made doesn't like my texture. Well, you know what? I don't care. Because it's for me. And sometimes you can just do things for you. And that's okay. Even though you might not be perfect at it instantly. Better than not doing anything ever. Just being kind of not good at anything ever. You never try, right? It's a new endeavor for me. Making texture packs. Well, it's not new, but it's like a revived endeavor. I haven't even touched Paint.net in like 7 years, so. It's getting there. I like that. I really do like that. Huh. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.